College students, what is the dumbest thing you've heard a fellow student say? My favorite has got to be when a student read World War II as World War XI. Student, do rocks have DNA? Prof. No, rocks are not living. Student. Then how do they reproduces? How is there not only just one rock? This was a 300-level genetics class. A friend of mine moved into a new place at the start of his second year and threw a big house party to celebrate. It was great. It was wild. Fun was had. While nothing got broken, his living room got messed up quite a bit. Pillows all over the place. Chair tipped over. I think someone made a fort out of pizza boxes. Anyway, I go round this dude's house about 5 months later, and the living room is largely in the same state I last saw it in at that party. In fact, so was lots of the house. It had barely been cleaned. Mold was on a ton of their dishes, and there was a mushroom growing out of the wall in the bathroom. I asked him why the hell hadn't they tidied any of it up? And he said, "We figured we'd have another party again soon, so why bother cleaning up?" The other day, I heard a girl giving a speech over nicotine addiction. This was supposed to be informative and have credible sources. I kid you not. I do not believe that cigarettes are addictive. I tried them once. I am not addicted. I had to try very hard to not start laughing. One time in class, a girl was doing a presentation where she described a man from Uganda as African American and didn't understand why that wasn't right. In a literature class, girl, so all those Greek gods and goddesses, what happened to them? Professor, confused. You mean in the story? Girl, no. Like, what happened to them? Professor, I'm not sure I understand what you're asking. Girl, like, why are they not around anymore? Did they all die? The whole class was just a stunned silence. Edit, the professor gave her a very vague answer like, well, that's open to your own interpretation. I could tell she was trying not to sound condescending. She handled that way better than I would have. I had a friend ask me if the IRS was going to come after him since he did not pay his internet bill for 3 months. I go to a pretty rich university, but many of the students are poor and in on a scholarship, myself included. I once posted on Yik Yak about the feels of only having 5 in my account. Had someone comment with, "Just take some money from your second account and put it in your checking account." To my relief, they got chewed out by multiple other commenters. It was in a math class when a teacher was trying to get a girl to understand that 1/3 is larger than 1/4, but she wasn't having any of it. According to her, 1/4 was larger because there are 4 1/4s to make a whole, and only 3 1/3s to make one two. So there are more 1/4s, more is larger, therefore 1/4 is larger. Even when the teacher tore a piece of paper in 3 and another in 4, wrote 1/3 and 1/4 on the corresponding papers, threw everything away but 1 1/3, and 1 1/4 and asked her, which is larger, she still went for the 1/4. Teacher sat down, didn't say anything for a minute, and then continued class. That was the first time I'd ever witnessed someone giving up on a person like that. During an MBA marketing class, we had group projects where we basically had a set of data given to us to come up with a marketing plan. One group took the customer data and proudly averaged all of the customers' zip codes to get the geographical center of their customer base. Later in the professor's office, they argued when the prof told them it didn't work that way. The team leader said, "Well, that's just your opinion," and stomped out. I was about to graduate and move to Europe with my husband, my classmate. You'll be surprised when you get there. Europeans look American. You won't be able to tell a difference. Me, you should retake history. In my boyfriend's speech communication class, a guy got up to give his speech. It was obvious he didn't have one prepared. He started with, "All right, ladies, raise your hand if you are single. So the reason you ladies are single is you need to lower your standards." He then called a super athletic, good-looking classmate to the front and said, "You keep going for these guys when you should be going for," and proceeds to call the super obese guy in the class to the front. I can't make this up. How many pages do I need to write for the 5-page paper? A friend of mine was taking apart a printer in the IT lab, and another friend turned to see him opening it up and yelled, "Don't drink the ink completely seriously," because that's how dumb he thought the first friend was, that he would immediately drink printer ink if given a chance. We were playing some drinking game. Someone correctly answers a question with Afghanistan. This girl laughs out loud and goes, "Afghanistan isn't a country." We all turned at once and laughed at her. One girl asked if she went 300 over her credit limit, if she would have to pay it back. First day of freshman year, I sat down in a classroom after listening to a lecture about evolution. The girl who sat down next to me had also been in the previous lecture. She said to me that lecture was so weird because I don't believe in evolution. Like, I just don't. This was in an honors college course. I later asked the girl what she was majoring in. It was biology. Two girls, business majors, very stereotypy, around 2010. We should start a website where anyone can sign up and simply pay a fee to charge their laptops over the internet. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. No mention of peripherals, so I can only assume the website hacks into the router you're connected to, turns it into a Tesla coil, and arcs a surge of electricity from the device to your laptop battery. Me, what's your major? Guy, it was aerospace engineering. Me, whoa! That's cool. But what do you mean, was? Guy, I'm on academic probation with the university because my GPA is too low. So I'm switching majors. Me. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. What are you switching to? Guy, religious studies. I can get a job as a pastor. Me. All right, so you are big into church? Guy, no. I rarely go, but I can worry about that later. Oh my God. I don't know why I thought this was so funny, but a kid on my floor needed to borrow a screwdriver to undo his window and couldn't get it to unscrew while saying to himself, "Lefty, tighty, righty, Lucy." If you cheat on your girl once a month for a year, you're still 97% faithful. The end. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.